Hi guys, how y'all doing? Thank you for joining this awesome meet that we have here today. I got a nice one for you guys to help you just film some awesome stuff with literally the phone that you have in your pocket. I know a lot of people get a chance to be at different places and stuff like that, whether it's on holiday or they're having fun. I'm just gonna give you a few tips that'll help you, be better at shooting whatever it is that you're shooting, whether it be a party or a holiday with your family or anywhere that you're going, just to record yourself. Okay, let me pop my keynote open for you guys quick. Thanks a lot for joining. I'm really happy to see all of you that are here. I hope you guys will get to learn as much as I will be giving the information, just for you guys to go out there and do some awesome stuff for yourselves and even your family. So this is iStore presents iStore meets with Ofentse Mwase online workshops. Yeah, so welcome, learn from the best, experience, explore, and enjoy. So today basically we'll be talking about turning your holiday memories into cinematic reels. This is something that I feel each and every single person out there should definitely have the skills for, because like I said earlier, there's always a moment where you're going to be somewhere and you'll have your phone on you, and it'll be the tool that you'll need to actually make whatever memory that you want to make. So yeah, before we start guys, please let's connect. You can find me online at Ofentse Mwase. I'm on every single platform. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of them. You'll find me there. The five classic apps that we all use. So yeah, I'm pretty much active on all of them. But if you really, really, really want to talk to me directly, guys, hit me up on Instagram. Those are the people that I talk to the most, because most of them are people that are inclined to the work that I do. So yeah, just hit me up on each and every single one of those platforms, and you'll be able to chat with me. I get a lot of people contacting me to ask me questions about whatever, like their projects. Maybe they send me their project. They say I must rate them or just give them a little bit of advice with whatever that they do. So please do. And then again, before we start, there's a Q&A section there in the chat. You can chat about anything that you want, have fun, have a ball. And then in the Q&A session, please put questions that relate to what we're talking about today, and we'll be able to answer them for you at the end of this Q&A. So as we're going, even if you have 5 questions, guys, please write them down so that by the end of this session, you'll be able to put it down and we'll be able to answer you guys. I always have fun hearing from you guys. I think that's the best thing about this. I don't want it to be a one-sided thing where you guys are just eating. Even if you guys commenting by yourselves, sometimes we get to learn something new, because the person who asks me the question asks me something that is very different, or that's very connected in a different way to what we're talking about, and then it'll help someone else learn something new. So please make sure that you drop your questions throughout the session, and I'll be able to chat to you about them. So yes, making memories on your phone, I think it's something that each and every single person should definitely have a skill for, like I said, because the most important thing about your phone is that you always have it with you. You hardly ever leave it behind. So that's the cool thing about it. And most of the time as well, whenever I'm shooting something random, it always happens that I'm probably shooting it on my phone, because you always have it with you. That's the thing. It's literally just by your pocket, and it's something that I really enjoy shooting with, whether it's pictures or video or anything that I'm willing to share online. So yeah, in this course, we'll be talking about firstly the planning when you're making your content, and then secondly, we'll be talking about knowing your gear, which is super important as well. And then we'll be talking about the shooting process, like the, let's call it a production phase of whatever it is that you're filming, and then the editing apps, which is like the post-production phase of whatever it is that you shooting or working on, and then the last part, which is posting online. There's a lot of tips that I have for you guys there, that which I've gone to find that a lot of people may not or may know about them. So yeah, it'll help you guys a lot. So to start things off, let's talk about planning. I think planning is probably one of the most important steps that you can ever have when it comes to you with whatever it is that you want to shoot, because planning, that's where you get the sauce, that's where you create the sauce in a sense. Because most of the time, all the videos that you see online, whether it's a commercial, a music video, or just a post on Instagram, somebody did something, and then you watch that video. By the end of the video, you're like, whoa, that was so cool, man. And then you literally click and watch it again. They managed to do that because they planned their shoot. They planned whatever it is that you're watching. And it's something that each and every single person should do whenever they want. They plan on creating any form of content, whether it's going online or even if it's a memory that you want to keep for you and your family. You must always have a bit of planning to it, because when you do that, you go the extra mile. That's gonna allow you to actually create something that's really cool, that yourself can even watch in the future, and you'll be like, wow, this is like something super awesome that I did. So planning is super important, guys. So here's some tips on what you can do. First things first, you must plan your story and the shots before you actually start your journey. So literally, you can make a little short list, whether it's on your phone or you can even write it on a pad. That's something that you can do. Just pump in onto your phone and just create something simple, like a list of 10 shots. Because whenever you're going somewhere, obviously you're gonna arrive there and you're gonna see what it looks like firstly, and then you're gonna go into the inside. Say you go into a pot, then you're gonna go into the inside and actually see anything that's happening inside. So the most important thing is plan your shots and plan your story. So when I say plan your story, I mean make sure that you write down, whether it's scribbling, your beginning or middle and ending of whatever it is that you want to shoot. So those shots are going to help you to make sure that when you're filming, you actually get each and every single thing that you planned to get. And then apart from the short list that you have, anything else apart from that that you can get will be extras, which will help you a lot when it comes to the process of editing. So the most important thing is to make sure that you cover the basics. Like for instance, the simplest basic is like establishing, and then the middle, which is like whatever's happening, and then in the ending, like your final words, you can say, this party was great, or this party was this and that. And then that's where your video ends. So pretty much this will help you put down that whole list to make sure that you kill it each and every single time. You don't miss anything from that list, because it's super important for you to know what it is that you want to film and how you're going to film it. So the writing down of it is what's going to help you with that. And then another important thing is decide which format you want to shoot in. So this is something that's quite recent, which has been quite a bugger, especially even to me, literally today. Each and every single person out there, whether it's a brand or just freelancers trying to make content, the number one thing that stresses us out right now is the format in which you want to shoot your content. So by format, I mean how it's literally gonna look on the screen. Like right now, wait, as you're watching me, you're looking at this in 16 by 9. This is a nice format for movies or television programs and stuff like that. But there's this other format that we know, which is the longer video, which is like 9 by 16. So the 9 by 16 format is one that's super popular right now. Videos that are shot in that format usually go super viral. So which is one of the main things that makes it a very good competitor to like 16 by 9, your normal widescreen format. So this the 9 by 16 is a good format that trends a lot on all different platforms, especially online ones. And it's the format that you need to know whether you want to shoot in that format or you want to shoot in the landscape format. So make sure that you know beforehand whether the content that you're shooting, is it going to be for stories, is it going to be for reels. Then you would know that you'd have to shoot it 9 by 16, which is the long one. And then if it's going to be for YouTube and you're planning to show it to people on their TVs and stuff like that, you make it 16 by 9. So always make sure that you know which format that you want to shoot for, and it'll help you decide better on the content that you actually want to make. And yeah, next topic that I want to talk to you about is knowing your gear. I think knowing your gear is one of the things that you definitely need to know about, because it depends on what it is that you're filming. Different kind of gear will help you achieve different kind of techniques. So you need to make sure that you know each and every single part of your gear, and then know where what you need each one for, and what it's going to help you with when it comes to making your content. The number one thing that I love to use as well if I'm using my phone is like a gimbal. So a gimbal is something that you can attach your phone to, and it'll help like stabilize the shots that you get. Because yeah, in 2022 we really love to see like very stable footage. We don't want to see people shooting footage and then it's all shaky and stuff. That stuff, most of the time, it causes people to click away from the video, and we don't want that. So something like a gimbal, which is this guy that I have here, it's available at the iStore. You can get it. This one is called an Osmo, and you can get it from the iStore as well. Just make sure you pop in on their online store and make sure that you can order one if you need one. A gimbal is a very nice tool that you can use in the filmmaking process, because it makes your footage look very cinematic. I know things like your iPhones have very good stabilization, but sometimes it's not always gonna work for you. And the thing that you can use for you to help you even further is something like a gimbal. It'll help stabilize your shots and make sure that you get these beautiful shots that people can actually look at when they are online and they are doing their researches or anything like of that sort. So gimbals are number one plus. And then another thing that you can use, guys, is like your static tripod shots. So they've got a lot of monopod pods, tripods that you can use for your phone, that'll help hold your phone to make sure that sometimes maybe you would want to shoot like something like a time lapse. This is something that will help you with that a lot, because you can just plonk your phone onto the tripod and then make sure that you get your shot. So static shots usually help in edits, especially when in moments where you want people to maybe calm down a little bit and take in what they just watched in, and then it becomes a transition to like a different scene or the next scene. So that's a very good tool to use, because it always usually calms people down in order for them to be able to come in and get whatever's next. And then with a tripod like this as well, it can help you do a lot of cool shots where maybe you can do shots where there's multiple personalities of yourself onto the screen, which is something that's very cool. So the thing about gear is that once you have it, you need to put it out there. Try out a lot of different stuff that can help you actually create like even more engaging content with it. So yeah, this I would highly suggest it as well. You can also use a gorilla pod. Gorilla pod is quite cool because the legs are quite nice on it. You can put it on all kinds of stuff. You can either put it on tables, on table legs. You can put it on some walls. It depends on how you configure it. You can put it on a tree to actually help you capture a different kind of scene. So all of this stuff is something that you need to explore, and it's something that can help you create much better content for yourself. And then thirdly, we want to speak briefly about shooting your content. Like shooting your content is a process that I feel, well, myself, I enjoy the most. I think that's the process that I love the most when it comes to making films or making any kind of content that I put out there, because that's where I get to interact with a lot of people. I think that's really cool because I work nicely with a lot of people in the line of work that I do as well. I collaborate a lot with different artists. So being on set and actually creating stuff, that's one of my favorite things to do, because that's when you get to engage with different people. And most of the time I learn a lot, because each and every single time I'm with different people, I get to learn different things from them, because each and every single person has their uniqueness. They have a unique way that they create their content, and they have a unique way that they make videos. So that's the most important thing for me, to always keep learning, which is something that I also grab when it comes to like things like watching films and watching music videos online or watching online tutorials. I do them so that I can learn and better my craft. Like, I know I have a lot of experience in video, but it doesn't mean that I stop learning. So I always learn from different people, whether it's people that I know or different people that do all kinds of different content that I do. So I'm always in a position to learn from people. So that's one of my favorite things that you do. So when you are on set, make sure that you go the extra mile to get your shot, but obviously don't overdo it. So by going the extra mile, I mean like do anything possible to get the shot. Obviously staying safe as well, because I've seen a lot of people do stuff where they climb buildings and it looks like they're about to fall off and fall to their death and stuff. I'm not saying do those things. I'm just saying go out there, make sure that you get the best possible angle, the best possible way that you can create that moment for yourself. And this is a cool thing because on your phone, you can fit into a lot of different spots that are very tight and stuff like that, because a phone is such a small little gadget. So the fact that it's so small and you can fit it in different positions and stuff like that, it's a big advantage for you as a video creator. So always have those things in mind. So always go the extra mile to get a beautiful shot that you feel is going to tell your story even better. And this will in turn create like very interesting content for you. And then try out clever transitions. They make your edit look good and they make it look cool. There's a lot of people online right now. They popping tutorials each and every single time of how to do like very cool transitional shots, and most of them are something that anyone can do. The only thing is that you must have the mindset for doing that thing and then actually go out and make it happen. It's a very cool way of creating like very engaging content, because in the world that we live in now, people like their attention spans are very very short, and the thing that helps creators keep people engaged to whatever it is that they're showing them is to create these awesome transitions and to create like very nice techniques that they haven't actually seen before. So that's the cool thing about it. And techniques like this is like art. Each and every single time I log in online, there's a different kind of art that's trending. I saw one guy making portraits out of like literally broken glass, so he carefully breaks glass in order for it to make like beautiful portraits. So it's just like that. There's always going to be different ways to do things, so make sure that you're on the ball when it comes to that. Even if yourself, you must go out there and try out some different techniques that you yourself can create yourself. So always think on the ball, make sure that you stay creative whenever you're making content. Look for different kinds of angles, different kinds of ways to film your content. Don't make it very typical and very like the way that everybody does it. Try to do a unique way that only you can do, and that's what will make you stand out, especially in the online platform, because online is all about what you can bring that's different from each and every single other person that does it as well. So the most important thing is to have a good style that's very unique. Try to make it as unique as possible. I know it's not always possible, but fight towards it and you'll become a great creator in a sense. Yeah. And then just talking on story again. So every single story has like a beginning, middle, and end. So it's different with all kinds of stuff, whether it's movies or music videos or even commercials. Sometimes they play with the timeline that shows you the end, and then it shows you the middle, or then it shows you the beginning. So all of this is a creative decision that you can make in post. But the most important thing is to know that each and every single story that you tell must have a beginning, middle, and end. Whether you jumble it up in post, it doesn't matter. But make sure that basic structure you have it, because it introduces a person to an idea, lets them experience the idea, and then at the end they have an informed decision about that idea that they just seen at the end of that video. So this is something that's been in probably in film, probably in the 1800s. It started way back then. So it's something that our minds are programmed to. So always make sure that when you're telling your story, you have those simple ideas down in this format. So this is a video that I did quite some time ago, but it basically shows you the basic idea of like a beginning, middle, and end type of video. And yeah, it's very short. It's like a minute long. So check it out. Cape Union Mod is hosting a competition for you. If you love adventure like we do, this is your chance to show your filming skills. Take some friends and make a 5-minute film and stand a chance to win awesome prizes. The best films have a chance to be screened alongside other awesome adventure films at the Banff Mountain Film Festival. Show everyone why South Africa is the best place to explore and win. Let's go! Don't be a pothole. Go out and explore. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, as you can see in this video, you have a beginning. I announced the competition, and in the middle, that's giving you more information about it. But I don't just give it to you in a boring manner where you're gonna be like, oh my god, I hate this thing. It's very exciting. It gets you excited as well. It gets you excited for the competition to actually do what you see. You're seeing a couple travel around a place in South Africa. So that's the thing about it. They had a beginning, it had a middle, and then an end. The end is like saying your last remarks or whatever, like the one that I said there. And yeah, so pretty much that's the structure that you guys need to follow whenever you're trying to create a video. So it doesn't matter what kind of video it is, whether it's a music video or a commercial or even a short, even a story on your story. When you shoot your stories, always have that in mind. Where do I start? I show people where I am, and in the middle, I show people what happened to where I am, and then at the end, I do my last remarks and tell them what changed for me. Like, obviously, when we go out and do whatever, it's an engagement with other people, you are always going to change. You're not going to go there the same way that you came, you know? So that's a thing that you need to follow whenever you're making content. And then moving on to the next topic that I want to chat to you about is the editing app. So editing, that's the process that comes after you've shot your content. So like I said, always make sure that you have each and every single shot that you might need in your edit, so that you don't get to the editing process and then you're like stuck, you don't know what to do, you don't have enough footage. So always overshoot your content, guys, so that when you get to the editing part, you have enough content for you to play with. So a lot of there's a bunch of editing apps that I use when it comes to creating content. So it depends on what kind of video I'm working on. If it's a story, maybe I'll use your Instagram and stuff. And then if it's like more comedic stuff or viral videos, I'll go to a program like TikTok and stuff like that. So it depends on what it is that you want to achieve. The number one one of the apps that I use is Instagram. So Instagram has tools that actually help you create content on the platform, on the app, you know. So that's a tool that you guys can also play with when creating your content, and it will help you a lot in creating like stuff that's fluid enough to live on the platform. And just stick to the rules of how they do it as well. And then sometimes you can even break the rules, you know. It's really up to you. But the number one thing is to make sure that whatever it is that you're creating, make sure that it's congruent, it's very true to who you are and what you represent. And but as soon as you put it out there, it's very authentic to who you are. So that's the number one thing that you must make sure that you do. And then yeah, and then another program is TikTok. TikTok also has very nice features that are very similar to Instagram. It's a great platform to use, and I love the fact that on TikTok, you know, each and every single person out there can trend, or each and every single person out there can make videos that blow up, because the most important thing is to show your creativity. TikTok is all about creativity, and I love that about the app. And it always challenges people to do better at what they do, to use better techniques to create stories that they create, use better techniques to tell the video content that they're making. So that's the awesome thing that I love about it. And the fact that a lot of it, like I'm saying, each and every single person can do it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a professional like I am to actually go on there and create engaging content. So it's all about you knowing how to create videos, and you won't be in a position where you know how to create videos by just doing one video. So the key ingredient to it is to do it over and over and over and over again. Like myself, I've been in the industry for 16 years now. So that's a very, very, very long time that someone has been in the industry. And the fact that I can do the videos that I do right now, it didn't happen overnight. This is something that took me 16 years to get to where I am right now. And then right now I can say I can be in a position that I'm actually quite good at it. So if you want to be better at making these videos, don't just make one video and give up, or make two videos and then give up. You're gonna have to work at it and make a bunch of videos to actually make it, put you at that position where you can be like, yeah, now I'm good at this thing. And then yeah, the next app that I usually use on my phone is called Adobe Rush. There's a free version of it, but if you want more transitions and more cool stuff, like, the nitty gritties of the app, you're gonna have to pay for it. It's not too expensive, guys. I think it's like 250 for the year or something like that, or there's a 1.3. I think it could be 1.3 for the year. So yeah, even if you don't pay for it, it's cool. The app does very well. It feels a lot like the Adobe Premiere that you would use on a computer, which is a nice technique that you can use with your programs as well. So get Adobe Rush. It'll help you edit your footage very nicely, where you can put your clips together, make sure that you're telling a beautiful story like we've been discussing on this session. And then another app that you can use as well is Splice. I love Splice because it has inbuilt transitions for the audio, inbuilt transitions for video as well. So it's a nice program, especially for people who don't know how to edit. Get Splice, just try it out, play with it. It'll be awesome. Get like, maybe shoot like 20 clips, let's say, to start. Shoot 20 clips and then start editing them there. It's a good program to show you the basics of editing as well on your phone, because it's very simple, it's very straightforward, and it really tells you a quick, like, it shows you a quick way of editing programs in a simple manner that I feel each and every single person can do. So make sure that you get Splice as well, just to play it out. And then what I do is, I don't just use one app. I would probably use each and every single one, just to do different simple steps on each one. So the most important thing is, make sure that you know each and every single one and what it can do. This will help you a lot in creating the content that you want to do, and it'll help you become a better creator. So yeah, editing is something that requires a good instinct, and so you won't have good instinct about it, about editing, if you are like, you do it once or twice. It's something that you have to also keep doing, just like the shooting process of making a video. It's something that you keep doing over time, and it'll help you become better each time, because each time you edit, there's something new that you learn, whether you saw it on the internet, or maybe it's something that you experienced while you were doing that thing. There's always something that new that you learn, and it will help you create an even better video on the next time that you do a video. So the number one thing is that just keep grinding, don't stop, keep doing it, whether it's on the weekend or during the week. It doesn't matter. Make sure that each and every single time you're working on creating something new, so that it makes you a better creator for your future videos. And then yeah, topic number 5 is posting online. I feel like this is one of the things that people take for granted, and people are very, like, they don't put a lot of thought into it. It's something that a lot of people don't really put too much effort in. I've seen people, like, they would post maybe a video on YouTube, and then they'll leave it at that, and then they'll try to go on different platforms and promote the link that's on YouTube. I think that's a very it's not a very good way of promoting your work. So the most important thing now, when you, after you've made a video, make sure that you make it available everywhere, which is something that we did at the start of like our video career, where we started making more viral content. We make sure that each and every single piece that we shoot is available everywhere, on every single platform, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. It doesn't matter. Even Snapchat, I remember we used to do it a lot as well. So the most important thing is, once you have your content, make sure that it's available on every platform, because the number one thing about uh, applications like these online applications is that when people are on a platform, they want to stay on the platform. So it's very difficult to move those people from that platform to take them to another one. For instance, if you have a YouTube video and then you're sharing a link on YouTube, on Facebook, it's very hard for the people to move from that platform, because especially if you're starting out, then people don't really know who you are, and they don't trust you, in a sense. So especially when you are starting your career. Make sure that you make each and every single and trainer available on every single platform that you put out. I know some videos are longer and they don't work on some platforms, but what you can do is you cut down snippets that can work for each and every single platform, and you make sure you put them out there. Because I'm sure you've seen on the internet there's been like interviews of, it doesn't matter, whichever artist, Kanye West or Bill Gates or whoever, like any popular person, when they do the interviews, they'll have a long version that's big, that's like an hour long on the internet. And then on the smaller platforms, they'll take the most important snippets of it and put it on the different platforms. And they put enough that people can actually enjoy and actually feel the feel of that interview, whether it's an interview or a video. That's super important for you guys to do as well. So make sure that you do it, guys. Don't just post on one platform and then expect people to actually gravitate to your stuff. The most important thing is post it on every single platform. Make sure that it's the thing that helps you with that is that it spreads your reach when it comes to whatever content that you make it. It spreads your reach and it makes sure that people can actually reach everything that you are posting online. And what how that helps is that it'll create a network of your work. So once people see you on Instagram, it'll be very easy for them to go on YouTube to see you again, or all the other platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or TikTok. It'll be very easy for them to go to those other platforms to actually enjoy your content. So make sure that it's available for them. Don't make it stay in one platform, and that'll actually cut down on the amount of people that you can reach out there. So the number one thing that you want is to reach as many people as possible. So the only way to reach as many people as possible is to reach them where they are, because I know a lot of people that use Facebook, they don't use Twitter, they don't use Instagram, they don't use YouTube. Same goes for all the other applications. Someone uses YouTube, but you'll never find them on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. So this is why it's important to make sure that your content lives on each and every single platform, and that'll help you reach more people much easier. So yeah, I hope that you guys get that one. And yeah, in conclusion, I just want to say, guys, as I said earlier, the number one thing is stay creative and always think of different techniques, even whether it's new ones, whether it's ones that you learn from the internet. Make sure that you get those techniques and put them under your grasp. So watch a lot of tutorials. Like, don't be scared to do that. I've seen a lot of people asking me for a lot of things online, and then there's always tutorials. So I always direct them to that tutorial, and that tutorial can help them create whatever it is that they were asking for. So always make sure that you live online, what other people are doing, and also learn from stuff like tutorials. That'll help you a lot in becoming a better creator. So yeah, those are the skills that you guys can use on the stuff that you use. And then yeah, please, like I said earlier, let's connect online at Ofentse Mwase. You can find me anywhere.